And now to the gripping story of a community trying to unravel the mystery of why so many people in their Fort Lauderdale neighborhood fear they may be sick because of their soil.
Tonight, the CBS4 I-team searches for clues above and below ground. Here's CBS4 Chief Investigative Reporter Michele Gillen with Secrets in the Soil.
They look like ordinary mangoes.
And so you'd like to see these mangoes tested. Out of nowhere, they called you and said, we want to test the mangoes.
Yes.
Mangoes hovering above the head and homestead of a father who wonders if they hold a key.
Okay. Sample number 1.
As to why so many people who grew up in this Fort Lauderdale neighborhood, including his daughter Gail, fear they may be ill because of potential exposure to some of the most toxic chemicals in the world. You first met Gail in February. Now she is in the fight of her life.
You look strong.
Because I feel strong because I refuse to let it get the best of me.
Battling cancer for a third time, her doctor suspected is linked to a childhood environment, either in the ground, the air, or her food.
It is food.
Now the state wants to test mangoes from her childhood home, a fruit that for decades filled the tummies of children and parents here.
I mean, there cannot be a child in that neighborhood that did not eat a mango.
Following a bilateral mastectomy, removal of her uterus and all reproductive organs, Gail is in the midst of chemotherapy and extreme rounds of radiation, accompanied by torturous injections.
But it caused my bone marrow to expand, causing what I define as unspeakable pain for 4 days. I mean, waking up in the middle of the night just screaming in pain.
She has called her mother in agony.
You know, she wasn't a fighter. I don't think she would be with me today.
A mother determined her daughter's struggle not be a secret.
It's so hurtful, you know, if Channel 4 hadn't came about, nobody would have known about my daughter.
Gail's struggle led our investigation to the home of her long-lost childhood friend, Brenda Hankerson, who returned to Durrs too ill to care for herself.
How many brain surgeries have you had?
To date, I've had 16.
The pressure on her brain so high, it's pressing on her optic nerve.
It's making me go blind. I was 28 when I had a total hysterectomy. And I don't have any children, never will be able to have any children.
And it's really chilling to me to know that someone else is fighting a similar fight.
Has anyone from the state, from the city, from the county ever come here and said, what have your illnesses been? What are your disorders? Let us mark them down so they are noted.
No. No, never.
They may be an extreme example, but there are so many people with tumors, reproductive problems, breast cancers, breast tumors. It's tragedy.
It's not even being documented. You know, why? They don't care because we're black over here? You know, what is it?
Oh my God! How are you?
It took 30 years and our investigation for these girlfriends to find each other.
And I'm going to give it to you.
Oh, that is so beautiful, Brenda.
Gail just marked her 50th birthday.
See, teach me, because I have my nieces trying to teach me. I don't really...
Put it on your head.
But we're not going to let it go away. Because there's too many people's lives that have been impacted by this. There's too many people's lives that need to be saved. And, the word needs to be out. Because maybe there's somebody out there that will go and get some type of testing or do something that can maybe change the outcome of their life, and that they won't have to fight this fight that Brenda and I now have to fight.
And imagine, today, Brenda is celebrating her 47th birthday. Happy birthday, Brenda. Now, we're going to let you know if and when the state concludes testing of those mangoes. Experts tell us it is very unlikely that heavy metals will show up in the actual fruit. And the state admitted that to me today. But as they're going forward for the test, so will we at an independent lab. Meanwhile, we're also going to be testing bunches of mustard greens. They are low-lying in the soil. Lots of folks in the neighborhood would eat them, and it may be a better possibility to detect any heavy metals in them.
Yeah, such lovely women. Now, why isn't the state testing these?
Well, today they said to me they wanted to, but they couldn't basically find any gardens. So tomorrow we'll be passing along the address of this, and of course the bigger issue, everyone's saying, just test our soil, the homeowner's soil. So that's what we're staying on, and hopefully we'll have some answers on that in the near future.
I mean, so many parents of children there today have to be very nervous about this, and don't eat any of the mangoes, and don't play outside.
And just our visiting, it's impossible. They say, don't inhale the dust, don't bring in the dirt. It's impossible.
Yeah. How do you live?
Yeah.
Thanks, Michelle.